How do you see the running back class playing out, Mike?
I have hard time thinking Fournette will get past either Jacksonville at 4 or Carolina at 8. I think McCaffrey's picked up a lot of heat, and people love the fact that he's a 4-down player. And he could be in play for Carolina at 8 if Fournette goes 4. I think he'd be interesting for the Eagles at 14. But there's a lot of love for McCaffrey out there. I think Dalvin Cook has taken on some water, which we all kind of predicted he would based on the off-the-field character stuff. I think he's sliding more late 1 to early 2. And I think Alvin Kamara has been a late riser. And, then you get to the whole Joe Mixon conversation. So there are 5 names right there that all have first-round talent. But Fournette, McCaffrey, and probably one more of them will go in there. So I think you'll get either 2 or 3 running backs in the first round.
What is the mixing conversation you're hearing, Mike?
Well, what I've heard is there are maybe 4 or 5 teams that are interested enough to be looking at him potentially in the second round. And I know the teams that have done the homework on him, and I'm not going to put it out there, but I know who's done the homework on him. I know which teams are really intrigued by him. I think he's probably, I thought his agent, Peter Schaefer, did a pretty nice job of tackling the issue head on. I'm on the record as saying that as soon as I saw the video, I wouldn't touch him. He'd be off my board. But I think enough teams have done homework on him that worst case he's a third-round pick, and I think he's probably a second-round pick.
I've got O.J. Howard coming up shortly. Tell me about this kid that's number 1 on your tight end draft board before he calls into the show, Mike.
6'5.5", 251, ran 4.51. As good a mixed combo tight end with the ability to block inline and get down the field intermediate deep as I've seen in recent years. I think he can be every bit as good as Greg Olsen, that kind of ability. And I think there's a lot of people that love this Njoku, and Howard could slide a little bit just because he's not as sexy as some of the picks, but I could see Howard, Njoku, and even Evan Ingram going in the first round. I'm actually leaning towards Evan Ingram as a wide receiver as opposed to a tight end.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.